Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and this is What If Naruto Was in Fairy Tail Part 2. So this what if is gonna start off where we left off the last time. As uh, as everybody completed the S rank mission about the cursed island and was actually going back towards the guild. When they actually arrived at the guild, Makarov actually gave them a lot of lecturing as Natsu, Lucy, Happy. Why the hell did you actually go into that mission in the first place? Grand Naruto, you were actually supposed to stop them, not join them. It was sorry, and Mark said, oh, whatever. Just don't repeat it next time. Naruto, come with me to my office. There's a mission for you. As Naruto said, alright, as Naruto would kind of go with Makarov to his office. As Makarov would kind of explain why he actually brought him in the office and said, alright, this mission can only be done by you. Naruto said, why me? As I'm saying, I'm explaining it, aren't I? This mission is about to check out to spy on this place, the Tower of Heaven. Notice why do I need to spy on a Tower of Heaven? I'm kind of confused as much as Makarov explains. I'm still talking as Makarov say. All right. This Tower of Heaven, we don't have much information about it. We only know that it's trying to do something that is very bad. And I want you to check on it as you can use your clones to actually relay news so we don't have any casualties, you could say. As I, oh, now I get it. As Naruto would create shadow clones and would have kind of like, and those shadow clones would have gone towards the Tower of Heaven to spy on it. As Mark says, alright, if you have any information, come at me at once. Got it? Yes, sir. As Naruto replies, and they would have their normal life. Lucy, day would have passed, and Lucy would have kind of like going towards her house, and when she was actually going towards her house, she actually finds there was a person. This person would have been Gajo, as Gajo actually knocked Lucy out and would have taken her to the Phantom Lord Guild, as as the day would have passed, and Naruto, no, Natsu would have kind of asked like, "Hey, do you see Lucy around? She's usually at the guild. She's not here today. What happened to her?" As Natsu would kind of like uh, ask her about it. People would be like, listen, he kind of loves him, doesn't he? I said, shut up. As Naruto, all right. I'll go check on her. As Naruto would be on his way to check what was happening to Lucy. While Naruto was hopping from trees to trees, no, roofs to roofs, he would actually find keys. As Naruto kind of goes down and to see that this was Lucy's keys, Naruto kind of like, oh no, this is a bad sign. As Naruto kind of like go towards the guild, and I'm kind of like, all right, Lucy is kidnapped. As Naruto says this in calm voice, Natsu kind of like panic, like, how can you say that so calmly? As while they were actually talking about it, they could hear a large explosion at the back of the guild, and this explosion, as to see what this explosion was, everybody in the guild would have kind of like gone outside to know what caused the explosion. They would see that a large house or the large guild, the Phantom Lord guild, kind of like was attacking the guild, as the Phantom Lord guild was preparing another cannon or another attack. Urza would come in and stop it with her adamantium armor as in the original, but it should have been damaged a lot less. Now would become like pissed as, alright, I don't know who you are, but if you damaged her, if you mess with her, you mess with me. As Naruto would kind of like rush over to the guild, Phantom Lord Guild, Natsu and Gray would tag along as well. And then, well, and after they arrived, they kind of like split off to cover more ground. As Gray would come across Juvie and everything would happen as in the original, Natsu would come across the air dude, I don't know, and Naruto would come across those two two of those guys. I don't know the name of it. Just uh, the four of the S rank in the Phantom Mobile, if you know what I mean. And after that, Naruto would have kind of taken care of all of that, and would have kind of like searching around, and he would find himself with the leader of the Phantom Guild. As Naruto, no, Natsu would have kind of like gone towards this room and would have seen that Gajil was kind of like um beating Lucy and all, and Natsu would have been like pissed and said, "Hey, hey you, hey whoever you are, what the hell do you think you are actually beating her?" As guys will look back and say, "Ah, Salamander. Uh, dude, this would make an interesting fight then." As what the hell do you mean? Natsu would kind of advise us. As this was happening, Naruto would kind of like be fighting this leader of the Phantom Guild, and Natsu would be kind of like fighting with Gajil, and Gajil would have been taken care of easily, as Natsu is more powerful than in the original, and would have like kind of saved Lucy, and Naruto would have like just one punch this leader of the Phantom Guild, and yeah, this arc is over. As they kind of like celebrated on how easy that was, and Naruto's shadow clones would have kind of like, oh no, this is actually bad, as they would poof, and Naruto kind of like, oh shit, this is actually kind of bad. Where's Gramps? As oh, he's in his office, I think. Even though all this happened. As Naruto kind of go towards Makarov and say, "Alright, I found something." Makarov kind of said, like, "Wait, this soon? I didn't expect it to be this soon." As I said, "Alright, whatever. Um, this Tower of Heaven you were talking about, my shadow clones kind of like saw that they were kind of overheard something as their kind of like guards were talking about it. I think they were talking about reviving the Zeref or something." As Makro said, "Alright, this is bad news. Naruto, take your team and kind of go into this Tower of Heaven immediately. We can't let Zeref be revived again." As say, "Alright then." As Naruto take his team of Natsu, Lucy, Ray, Urza, and Happy along with him. As Naruto kind of say, "Alright, what is this quest about or mission about?" And Naruto said, "Alright, this mission is about to go to a Tower of Heaven." "Tower of Heaven? You crazy? I don't want to die in it." As, "You don't have to die," Naruto would say. "Ah, I thought the same thing too, but this is just the name of the place. You are not actually going to heaven. You are not gonna die. I hope so, at least." As the, "Alright," sweat dropping a little bit. As Naruto would explain like what this mission was about, as we are going to Towers of Heaven to stop the revival of Zereth. As we're like, "Oh, Zereth. Um, yeah, I heard that name before. Yeah, you better have heard of it. The Dark Wizard Zereth, one of the most evilest antagonists this world would ever see." As they were going, as Naruto would explain what the mission was, they would arrive at the Tower of Heaven. While after they arrived, they would see that some guys. After they arrived at the Tower of Heaven, Urza would have like mixed feelings about. She would be actually sad. Naruto, everybody in there will understand why, as she escaped from this place and now she's back. As Urza would kind of be like, "Alright, I can't let this um slow down," as she would kind of wipe up her tears and, "Alright, let's go." As they would actually go to inside the Tower of Heaven, there she would see that, what was her name again? Ursa would kind of see her friends, and she would like, "Hey friends," I forgot their name, sorry about that, as she would actually ask, "Well, why are you here? Why didn't you escape? You are now powerful, aren't you? Why did you not escape from Jalal's clutches?" As Naruto said, "Wait, what do you mean by Jalal? I didn't see Jalal. I just, wait, you mean the Jalal from the Magic Council?" As, wait, he's in the Magic Council? What are you talking about?" As they would kind of argue about is Jalal from the Magic Council or from the Tower of Heaven, and while this is happening, or this film like what is happening? And I said, oh, never mind. Let's just take care of this guy. So Naruto would just blitz him and Rasengan him and knock them out. And they would actually arrive at the top, and they would see that Jalal was kind of like up there and say, "All right, Jalal number two or number one." Joe like, he's an idiot, isn't he? This idiot. I'm Jalal. Jalal number I don't know. What the hell are you talking about? So much confusion. And Naruto said, "All right, whatever." And you are an enemy. See, I'm gonna stop you from reviving Zareth. As Naruto kind of like speed but stuff and will kind of like try to punch Jalal, but Jalal will kind of like block this and say, pitiful. How can that small of an attack kind of like damage me even? As Naruto would be chucked back. Everybody in there would be like surprised, like, whoa, that guy is strong. He like chucked Naruto like he was nothing. Alright, this opponent is powerful. Let's do our very best, I guess. As everybody would kind of like try their luck. And Natsu would have like Natsu would have been fighting, as so would Ray. Lucy would go for backup, and Ursa would be fighting too. Ursa's moves were very sloppy, as he didn't want to. She didn't want to damage Jalal. And Jalal said, Ursa, it has been a long time, isn't it? As as the, as Ursa would kind of like be out of commission for because of the memories that she had. Natsu and Gray would be the only one that could actually fight. Lucy would kind of like, be that. As I want to specify, as Natsu and Gray were actually fighting it, Naruto would be like, disappointed. It has been a long time since somebody actually damaged me a little. This is kind of be interesting as I have to use that mode. As Naruto would kind of like go in a meditating form, and orange pigment could be seen in his eyes. Lucy would be seeing this and say, okay, what else surprises does he have now? As Naruto would kind of open his eyes and would have like, now Naruto would be like speeding up and Joel couldn't react even. And Naruto would have punched it and Joel would be like beat into a flap. As Natsu and Gray like, okay, he didn't need our help in the first place. Why do we need this mission anyways? If he can take it up all of it by himself. Um, they like kind of laugh off us. I don't know, maybe. I don't know, as Naruto would like being Jalal and yay, the Tower of Heaven is completed now. And Jalal will be kind of turned in. And this Jalal kind of like, when he was defeated, kind of like poofs away. As Naruto, whoa, a clone? Somebody else can use that? As Jalal in the Magic Council was like, oh, my plan is all reorganized thanks to Naruto. And Naruto would have like, alright, I guess this mission is complete. Let's break down this tower. Yes, Naruto would kind of be like very excited as, alright, finally I can destroy something with permission. Fire Dragon Roar! As they would actually start to destroy it. And they would have destroyed it like, better than they could reveal it actually, and they would have destroyed it in like I don't know an hour. And I say, that was fun. Kind of took out all my frustration now. As Joel from the Magic Council left, like kind of like being captured and would have been put into prison, and yeah, as and after this, how much time has passed? Alright guys, this is where I'm gonna be ending off this what if. Thank you for listening.